decided to follow Jesus. I have decided.
We have a Muslim, he want to discuss with me, so we don't know. Hello? I'm fine, my friend. Are you a Muslim?
Yes.
What is the proof that you are a Muslim?
What is the proof?
Yeah, can you say Shahada?
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.
What does that mean?
Oh, you want me to recite the Shahada?
Yeah, what does that mean? What you said to me in Arabic? I do not know Arabic much. You know, as you know, I'm from Afghanistan. I'm like Sheikh Uthman. So what you said to me in Arabic, what does that mean?
I added that there is no God other than Allah.
Okay, how there's no God? How there's no God?
Messenger.
There's no God but Allah?
Yeah, other than him. He's unique.
Why? Yes. But who is the one who said that? Allah or Muhammad? He said that.
Who said what? I didn't understand your question.
The Shahada, you know, the Shahada, where do you get this from? Is it in the Qur'an?
No, it's from the Prophet.
So your Prophet is fabricating things in the Qur'an?
What? Didn't understand your question.
I just asked you if this is from the Qur'an. You said no, it's not in the Qur'an. The Prophet said that. So your Prophet is fabricating a base on Islam, based on his name, associated with the name of Allah. You said to me, there's no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you joined the name, Muhammad, he joined his name with the name of Allah. But isn't it this is shirk? To join the name of a man with the name of God?
No, that is not shirk. You
How?
don't know.
What do you mean not shirk?
Ever.
Okay, if I say
shirk is associating something with God.
Like what? What about knowledge? Is the knowledge of is the knowledge of Allah and the knowledge of Muhammad are equal?
No, of course it's not.
Okay, so how, like as an example, your prophet, he said to his companion Abu Dhar, do you know where the sun goes? Abu Dhar, he says, Allah and his messenger knows best. And we will find that all over in the books of hadith. Allah and his messenger know best. So you Muslims associate the knowledge of God with the knowledge of a man. Do Muhammad knows best and Allah knows best too?
What he meant by that is because Muhammad and God is more knowledgeable than him. You are Christian, right? You are Christian. You are a Christian scholar. I can say, okay, Christian friends and maybe Jesus know better.
No, you cannot compare Christian friends to Jesus, because that will be not right. For how a man can be. Okay, you see, when we say shirk is associating the name of a person with the name of God, doesn't matter what the person is, fake or real, right?
But to worship him, to worship or
no problem. But now you are worshipping the knowledge of Muhammad, saying that Muhammad and Allah, their knowledge is what? Best, which means both are equal. You did not say the Allah knowledge is best and Muhammad have knowledge. You said Allah and Muhammad, their knowledge is best.
No, you did not understand what
we Muslims. I will go with you. I will go with you.
You see, not understand.
Do you see the story? Do you see the story in front of you? I was sitting, a Muslim, ex-Muslim, he just called me. He left Islam because he found the sun set in a murky water. What do you think?
I didn't see it. Can you read the surah in Arabic? I can
do you know Arabic?
Yeah, not too much, but I understand. I'm not.
How you do not know Arabic, but you understand Arabic?
It's like I'm speaking English now, but I'm not high level English, but I cannot understand.
My friend, I'm asking you. You said you do not know Arabic. I don't mind to show you the Arabic, no problem. But do you know Arabic? You said no. So what the difference going to make for you? I mean, English is still better. At least you can speak English.
No. if you read in Arabic, I can recognize.
Oh, okay. It says here.
The verse.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to recognize it.
All right. It says that he says وهو على حمار والشمس عند غروبها فقال هل تدري أين تغرب هذه الشمس؟ هذه قلت الله ورسوله أعلم قال فإنها تغرب في عين حامية. What I said.
Okay. So what is the problem?
No. What I said. You said okay. What does that mean? Did you understand what I said?
Yeah, it seemed like he saw it in something like lake. Lake, right? Something like
he saw the sun. He saw the sun sitting in muddy hot water. All right.
Yeah, like the ocean.
Okay, and this is sahih. So now, as long Allah and His messengers know best knowledge, and you agreed with that, is that the best knowledge of Allah, that the sun set in a muddy water and boiling water? Do you agree with that?
But where did you take this hadith from?
From your books. This is Sunan Abi Dawood, hadith number 4002.
Most of this is fabricated hadith. That's why I don't rely too much on hadith.
So you Muslims, you fabricate stories Muhammad did not say? Who is the one who fabricated?
Do you know someone who I forgot his name, but he was fabricating because how can I say? I forgot the name.
Okay.
The Abbasids.
Who?
The Abbasid.
I don't know. You are not saying the name correctly, obviously. I don't know what is that.
Abbasid. Ibn Abbas.
Ibn Abbas. Okay, what about Ibn Abbas? This is the cousin of Muhammad. Okay, what about him?
They were fabricating too much. The second...
so the cousin of Muhammad was fabricating too much?
Not Muhammad, but some people like this.
Okay, what about the Quran? Is the Quran fabricated?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, but this is the same thing it says in the Quran. The Quran says that he found... Huh?
You can find me the verse?
Yeah, sure. Sure. Here we go. You see my screen or you don't see it?
Let me use my...
Just be sure that YouTube is muted there so we don't have double sound.
Yeah, can you put in English? Yeah, I see it in Arabic.
Yeah.
English?
You want to see it in English or in Arabic?
First show me in Arabic and then in English.
Okay, wonderful. This is in Arabic. It says حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس وجدها تغرب في عين حمئة ووجد عندها قوما قلنا يا ذو القرنين إما أن تعذب etc. So now until he arrived. Okay, go ahead, tell me what it says.
I'm not seeing too much. Until when he reaches the certain place of the sun. The certain place of the sun. Is that a good translation?
I don't know. This is your translation. My translation is I'm using your Muslim translation. Even you see the funny is you just mentioned something very important. I show you the hadith. Listen, I show you the hadith. You say it's a lie. I show you the Quran in Arabic. You go to the translation. I show you the translation. You say, is that a correct translation? So you Muslims, you give false translation to the Quran?
Yeah, sometimes.
So how we can trust anything you say to me? Are you giving me giving me false answers too?
I can answer based on my knowledge.
Okay, answer. Okay, so how he found the sitting place of the sun? Let us go one by one. He reached the sitting place of the sun. Where is that?
It can mean maybe it's something from the south or something like this.
From the south?
Yeah.
How far are you from South Africa?
Oh.
No, I'm just trying to find how close you are to the sun, where the sun set. The south. It says here he found the sitting place of the sun. The sitting place. But I can sitting now. I'm sitting now next to my window, and I will see the sun sitting in my place. I don't need to go anywhere. Is that correct?
Yes, but that is empiric knowledge.
This is what? Yeah. So what do you think about this Quran saying until he reached the sitting place of the sun? How in the world that work?
Maybe something parabolic, parabolic, something like this.
No, but it's talking about a guy moving. He's a king. He found people. This is physical. All of this is physical, isn't this? That's not metaphorical. It's supposedly a real story happening for a real person, correct?
To something else. How can someone find the setting place of the sun?
Exactly. So that means the Quran is wrong. Are you going to say to me now the Quran fabricated?
Maybe we didn't understand what he meant by that.
Maybe what? Maybe what?
Because he was explaining that to someone living in the 7th century. It's not like...
We are not reading explanation, my friend. We are reading the Quran now. This is not explanation. This is Quran. Also, you are saying to me the Quran written by somebody, he have understanding of the 7th century.
Yes.
Okay, that's mean Allah is not God and Muhammad is not the prophet, because he is writing stories, fiction stories, based on his understanding in the 7th century.
Yeah, do you know Galilee, right? Galilee.
He's my cousin. What about him?
The Greek.
He's a Greek? Oh, not my cousin then. Okay.
The guy who found the earth was round.
Okay.
You know him, right?
Okay, and what happened?
What did the Catholic Church did to him?
What did it to him? Tell me.
They killed him. You can't look at it.
Because he found the earth is round?
Yeah. Look at it.
Okay. Who is the one who said that to you?
It was Galilee.
Who is the one who said that to you? Who is the one who said that to you?
Yes.
But my friend, don't you know that before Galilee exists, this is not the reason he was taken to court. The reason he was opposing politically. Muslims, they lie, because in the Bible it says that the earth is a globe, the earth is a ball. If you go right now to Isaiah 40:22, you will see the earth is like a ball of the earth. So when Muhammad and he speak about Galilee, he was murdered by the Catholic Church because he said the earth is not flat. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a fabrication. This is a fabrication made by the Muslims. Why? Because simply, first of all, the Bible never say the earth is flat. Secondly, we have a clear verses. Now, there's many translation, but doesn't matter what translation you take. Go to right now to Isaiah 40:22 and use any translation. Some translations say circle, some translation say globe, some translations say ball of the earth. In our, actually, the correct translation is Qur'an. Qur'an is like a ball. Qur'an, Qur'at al-ard. So when somebody like you come and say such a thing, I laugh. Secondly, look what you just did. You are saying to me now, your prophet is the same as those who believe in the earth to be flat, and somebody like Galilee is going to get them busted. And that is me. So now I am Galilee of today, getting your prophet busted, and you Muslim want to kill me. Is that what you are saying?
Galilee story. Why I brought it, because the Christian at that time, they didn't know how the earth was.
Okay, no problem. No, my friend. We have the book of Isaiah written thousands of years before Galilee. It says clearly, the ball, the sphere of the earth. So what are you talking about? This is a knowledge written in our book before all science they are born. All scientists, all schools, all university. There's no university yet, and this is written in our book. So listen. So when Allah in the Quran, he say he found the sitting place of the sun, and you are saying to me Allah speaking in the language of the 7th century. So Allah is promoting a lie. For what purpose?
No, it's not promoting a lie. It's like if you are
okay. Is it true? Is it true the sun is the sitting place of the sun? Is it true or it's a lie?
No, that is a metaphoric something. You cannot.
How it's metaphorical? He found near it people. He found near it people. How that is metaphorical? I'm talking about real person and real location and people there. He have a conversation with them, and not only that, all of Islam is based on that he built a dam for Gog and Magog. So what metaphorical? Okay, give me the metaphorical of it. Go ahead.
It's the metaphorical story because it doesn't make
No,
sense.
give me the metaphorical meaning. Okay, you said it's a metaphorical. What is the metaphoric of such a story? Go ahead.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know exactly.
So how you know it's a metaphorical if you don't even know what the metaphorical stands for? Because when we say metaphorical, that means standing for something. So we know, like Jesus, he says, there's a three servant, they have a master. Okay, this is metaphorical because there's no three servant in front of him. There's no master in front of him. There's no, this is about his teaching. But here they are asking him, they were asking Muhammad about a person, his name is Dhul Qurnayn. Verse number 83, it says, they ask you about Dhul Qurnayn. Dhul Qurnayn is a real person, supposedly, and he is Alexander the Great. Say, I shall recite to you something of his story. This is his story. A real person. This is not metaphorical.
That's how I understand it, because it doesn't make sense.
Anything, okay, I will go with you now. Anything in Islam does not make sense. You understand it as you wish.
It's something metaphorical because I don't have the knowledge.
Do you have one Muslim sheikh? You say it's a metaphorical, or only you?
No, I didn't ask about discussion.
Okay, so how you come with this metaphorical? We have tons of Islamic books, interpretations, scholars, big names. None of them he said this metaphorical. This is new.
What did they say?
They say this what happened. Dhul Qurnayn, he arrived all the way there, and he found where the sun set. And I showed you what your prophet said, that he said the sun set in a muddy, hot, boiling water. So he found where the setting place is, and then there, where the setting place sun, he found it, the sun hitting in a spring of a black, muddy water. Did you hear how Zakir Naik he answered this?
No.
Okay, I will tell you. Zakir Naik, he said, Brother Thitter, the Quran said that the sun hit in murky water. But the Quran, he didn't mean that. The Quran saying that Dhul Qurnayn, he saw the sun in the murky water, and it didn't water. Okay, well, so let me study. As if it is sitting in murky water, Zakir Naik says. It appeared to him as if it is sitting in murky water. Is that true? Do you agree with him? It appeared to him this way?
No.
So what do you think? Okay, so give me the meaning then. As long as you didn't agree with him, then what is the solution now? He found the sun sitting in muddy, bloody, hot water.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying, give me the answer. Help me.
It makes sense. I don't know if he answered like this. If his answer was like this, I don't agree. But I don't know.
Well, the video is there. You can watch it. The video is there. He says it appeared to him. So what do you think? What is the solution now?
So that's what you think Islam is false for only that verse?
No, everything in Islam is okay. You know what? I'm not going to talk about this. Give me a chapter in the Quran is not stupid. Just chapter, one chapter. Just one chapter. Give me one chapter is not stupid.
You know the Quran?
Yeah, sure, I know the Quran.
Okay.
Give me a chapter. Tell me. Okay, find me something stupid in this chapter. Any chapter of your choice. You have the whole book from cover to cover.
Anything stupid in the Quran. That's why
everything is stupid. Just what I'm saying to you. Give me one chapter of your choice and challenge me to find something stupid about it.
Okay. You know,
wonderful. Here we go. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد. Okay. Yes. Tell me what this verse is saying about قل هو الله أحد.
Yeah, you understand Arabic, right?
My friend, okay, you are the one who chose the verse. So what this chapter is speaking of? This is chapter 112 in the Quran. It's just a few verses. Okay. So yes. what the verse is saying? Okay.
Mean?
Yeah.
Tell them that Allah is one.
Okay, hold on. So let us stop here. In Arabic, when you say ahad, ahad does not mean one. Ahad mean one of. I will do this in front of your eyes. I will carry the word ahad, copy it, and paste it in the search engine in the very same Quran, and you will find in Arabic the word ahad never appear as one. Ahad mean one of. So I say ahadul tullab, one of the student. Ahadul anbiya, one of the prophet. As an example here, chapter 2, verse 102. وَمَا يُعَلِّمَانِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ. They don't teach anyone. Ahad mean one of. So they don't teach any one of the people. Chapter 2, verse 136. لَا نُفَرِّقُ بَيْنَ أَحَدٍ. So we don't differentiate between any of them. So the word ahad does not mean one, mean one of. So how Allah is one? And now this is the verse you choose for me to prove to me something very solid, and then Allah is using the word which is wrong. Allah should use wahid, not ahad, for the word ahad is one of many. You cannot find in Arabic one sentence using the word ahad without saying ahad, etc., which means one of. Ahad. Here we go. Chapter 2, verse number 85. لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله. We don't differentiate between any of his messengers or the messengers. So we don't differentiate. Read it. We don't distinguish between any of. This is ahad. Any of. So the second you say Allah is ahad, you just say there's many Allah, and he is one of them.
No, that is your translation.
This is not my translation. This is your translation. I'm using the same word in the Quran, and this is your translation in the screen. This is not my translation, my friend. I'm showing you on the screen what it says. Every single verse in the Quran translating the word ahad as one of. Every single verse. And I can show you endless number of verses. Here we go. We start from chapter 2, 102. Chapter 2, 136, chapter 2 to 85, chapter 3, verse 37, chapter 3, verse number 84, chapter 3, verse 153, chapter 4, verse number 43, chapter 4, verse 152, chapter 5, verse number 6, chapter 7, verse number 80, chapter 9, verse number 6, chapter 9, verse number 84, chapter 9, verse 27. Shall I continue? We will stand until tomorrow. So, as you see, all of it, مَا مِنْكُمُ أَحَدٍ. You see it? You know, so ahad does not mean one. Ahad mean one of. So if your God, he decided to tell us about himself, and then he says, say to them, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٍ. Muhammad is an idiot. He stole a chapter from the Bible. It says, O Israel, your God is echad. Echad makes sense. Echad does not mean one, as a one person. Echad mean unity. That's why the Bible says, the man and the woman, they leave their parents and they become echad. This is ahad. Echad is ahad. But not one person is one as a unity. So your God, he chose a word. Muhammad, he stole the word from the Hebrew, echad, which ahad, and he put it in his Quran. But by doing that, he made his God not one person, but a unity. And here, if you read the verse after, it says, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ Allahu Samad. What Samad mean?
Samad means someone who is capable by himself. He
Okay.
don't need help.
Okay. Self-sufficient master, the Muslim translation. The fact this is false. Samad is a word coming from the Aramaic, masmuda. If you ask even Arab, ask them masmuda, what masmuda mean? You will find that masmuda is like a collection, like, you know, like, do you know that the thing where kids, they have like something made from clay and they have holes in it and you put your coins? This is masmuda. So how Allah is a samad, how Allah became a samad? So Allah is a collector. All the gods is in Allah. He is the collector, you know, echad. So this is the unity. And then it says, he begot not, which means son, nor he has begotten, correct?
You mean Samad mean what?
Samad mean masmuda. Samad mean the collection, the things collected together, united together. You put them together, like when you collect money, you put them together so they can have more power.
From where? So from where did you take this translation?
This is a pure Aramaic, and this is even in Arabic, you know.
No, it's based on
okay. What the words sammada mean? Masmuda, samad, sammada. Is this what it's mean? We can go to dictionary.
Same Masmuda. It said Samad.
Samad is the same, my friend. Masmuda is the name. Like Masmuda, you name something. As Samad, you're describing it. So when I say, okay, say Allah is, okay, I will go with the translation you Muslims have. You said self-sufficient, correct? Is Allah self-sufficient?
Of course.
Okay, let us see if that's true or not. The verse after says, he begot not. Mean what? Mean he don't have children, right?
Yes.
Okay, but remember, Allah is self-sufficient, correct? Okay, that means Allah do not need a woman in case to have a child if you want, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Because he is self-sufficient, so he do not need a woman. I am not self-sufficient to have such an ability, because simply I'm a human being. Allah is not. Okay, but how then Allah, he says, how Allah can have a son if he don't have a girlfriend? Remember, he is a self-sufficient. And the self-sufficient, he do not need a partner in order to do anything, because he is self-sufficient. He do not need even anything at all. He is dependent on no one. But the Quran, chapter 6, verse number 101, it says, huh?
That he did say that he doesn't need a girlfriend.
The Quran, chapter 6, verse 101 says, the originator of the heaven and the earth, how can he have a child when he don't have a girlfriend?
No, that because of Jesus. Because people are...
It doesn't matter. We are not talking about Jesus now. Don't jump to Jesus now. Focus with me. You agree that Allah is self-sufficient, correct?
So we have to understand the context before making...
Okay, what? No, it doesn't matter. If I am self-sufficient, why I need a woman to make a baby? Huh? If I am self-sufficient, you see, a second ago you agree with me. A second after, now you don't want to agree. You are the one who agreed with me that self-sufficient. I said to you, do I need to have a woman to have a child? You said yes. I said, because I'm not self-sufficient. I'm a human, correct? You said, yeah, you agree. So now Allah is saying he cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend. And not only that, he is using the word how can he. Do you know what how can mean?
Yeah, of course.
What does that mean? Tell me, what when I say how can he, what I'm questioning?
How can he? What you are... I don't understand your question. How
no,
can he?
I am asking what I'm questioning exactly. When I say how can he, I'm questioning what?
Possibility, like...
Ability, thank you very much. Question the ability. You are the one who gave me the answer. Thank you very much. So Allah questioned his ability. How can he have a son, yet he don't have a girlfriend? So how the Muslim, they say that verse there, Masmuda or Samad, mean self-sufficient, which falsely, they are translating the word, Aramaic word, which is not Arabic, false translation, and yet Allah, he cannot have a son unless he have ability, and that ability is not exist, because he cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend.
No, you didn't. Actually, you don't know the Quran. You don't know why.
Give me an answer. Don't tell me why. I'm talking to you, my friend. I did not hang up on you. Okay. I'm not being aggressive with you. I'm trying to have a conversation. Don't tell me you do not know. Just give me the answer. Why Allah cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend?
Okay, let me explain to you the context. Why?
Okay, give me the context. No problem. Still, my friend, he is giving us the reason why he don't have a son. The reason he don't have a son, he is saying to us, he's talking to you, talking to me. How can I have a son, yet I don't have a girlfriend, correct? Okay, are you convinced now? Are you convinced after Allah he said that? No, I'm not convinced, because if Allah is God and he is self-sufficient, Allah did not answer me. Actually, he made himself in trouble, because how this is a word should not be said to God. How God can do, that is not a question. And the one is asking now is Allah himself asking the question. Allah saying how Allah can do.
I didn't understand the context. That's why you are Like
you see, you are trying, you keep hiding behind the context, but you fail to give me the context. Okay, the context is the Christian, the Jews, whatever people they say, even the pagan, they say God, Allah, He have 3 daughters. Okay, so now Allah is answering them, right? Allah saying to them, how can He have a son if He don't have a girlfriend? Why you are saying to me, I'm taking it out of context, when the answer is so clear, how can I have a son? The funny, He don't even say I, He say He. How can He have a son if He don't have a girlfriend? So what is stopping Allah from having a boy, having a son? It's not.
He could.
He's how He could? Okay, do you see the word? You see, listen, focus with me. Does it say, how can He? And this is your Islamic translation. Okay, so how you say who could? Because if He could, you should not say how can He. We should say He could have a son.
No, He was just responding to those guys.
Exactly, He is responding, explaining to them why He cannot have a son, because He cannot have the ability. He don't have the ability. He need a girlfriend.
No. Where did you see?
Our friend, he just said, how can he have a child? So what is the problem for him to have a child? He don't have a girlfriend.
He was just explaining to them that.
Doesn't matter. He's explaining to them. Wonderful. Okay. He's explaining to them why I can't have a son, because I cannot do it. I need a woman.
No, that's not that.
Okay. Explain it to me. Go ahead.
Yeah. He was telling them because he was responding to those.
No
guys.
problem. You keep repeating the same thing, but the response is stupid, because if I am responding to you about God having a son, then I say to you, how can I have a son without having a girlfriend? That means I am a human being like everybody. The God of Mary, do the God of Mary have a son because he have a wife?
I'm honest. You keep repeating this the same.
I'm asking you. This is not the same. No, not the same. I'm asking you. Mary, she gave birth to a child. His name is Isa in the Quran, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do she have a boyfriend or husband, or she's a virgin?
Ah, that's a miracle.
Okay, wonderful. So the God of Mary, He can make Mary have a son, yet she don't have a boyfriend or a husband. She do not need a man. Your God cannot have a son unless he have a girlfriend. Obviously, the God of Mary, He can, and He is not the God of Muhammad, because the God of Mary, He was able to make Mary have a child, yet she don't have a man. But your God, He cannot even do it to Himself.
Look, in the Quran it says, "Inna mashalu Isha kamasali Adam, khalaqahu min turabin, summa qala kum fayakun, huwa kalimatun la." You understand that?
Yeah, I understand. You just even make Allah more in trouble. You see?
How?
I ask you to give me a chapter in the Quran is not stupid, and you give me stupid chapters. Chapter 3, verse number 59, proving that Islam cannot be from God. Why? Because the Quran is saying that Allah created Adam and Isa by saying be, and he was. But if we go and read the story how Allah created Adam and Isa, we will find that Allah, He made the clay, He mixed the clay, He fashioned the clay, and then He breathed into the clay, and then Adam become Adam. So where the word be and he was? Either this, He said be and he was, or He did all the work. What do you think?
So what is the problem? I'm waiting for the problem.
You don't know the problem? Okay. If I say be a TV, be TV, TV should be there, correct? Okay. I do not need to bring a screwdriver and chips and etc. and wires and that's it. I say B is going to be there. You agree?
So you mean the Almighty cannot do that?
No. He said how He created Adam. Did He create Adam? You are the one who quote for me the verse, correct? Or I'm making it up? It's you who quote for me chapter 3, verse number 59. Okay, so how Allah created Adam and Isa, He said to them be and he was, correct? Okay, but is that really what happened? If this would happen, it means the other verses in the Quran are fabricated, because Allah, He created Adam from mud. After He mixed the mud, even took Him 40 years after He mixed the mud to dry the mud. So when the Quran speak about how Allah created Adam, did Allah use His hands to create Adam?
I don't know.
Well, I know, you know, Allah in the Quran, He said, and the Quran says, chapter 38, verse number 75, He said to Iblis, why you are not bowing down to the one who I created with my both hands? So what Allah He used to create Adam? Hands.
Well, it's possible. I don't.
You claim that you claim that you know Arabic, so you have no excuse. It says here, قال يا إبليس ما منعك أن تسجد لما خلقت بيدي. يدي, what يدي mean?
Yada, I mean, his hand.
Okay, so how Allah created Adam? Did He say be and he was, or He used His hand to create Adam?
Look,
I'm looking.
He make him from dust, and then he know the soul, putting soul in the dust.
My friend, you see, you agreed with me. If I say be a TV, the TV will be there. There's no need for a screwdriver. There's no need for material. That's it. I say be, he was there. Bingo. Did Allah create Adam by saying be? No. Because the verse here in front of me saying clearly, okay, did Allah use the word be after He used His hand, or before He used His hands?
Either way, He can.
No, give me the answer. Don't tell me either way, because there's a reason to ask this question. Did Allah create Adam by be before He used His hand, or after He used His hands?
I don't know the process.
Okay, the answer, no, the process, we know the process, because the Quran, thanks to Muhammad, he don't keep his mouth shut. Here we go. The Quran, the same chapter 38 says, and when I have fashioned him, which means the clay, and breathed into him my spirit. So number one, we made the clay. Number two, we fashioned the clay. Number three, we breathed into him. Then we said to them, prostrate for him, which means he's a person now. And then Allah said to Adam, to Shaitan, why you did not bow down to Adam, the one I created by my two hands? So how Allah created Adam? Stages. The word be doesn't exist, as you see. He made a clay. Even in different verses says clearly what kind of a clay it is. So He made the clay. Here we go. Let's go to Quran here. And that mentioned many times in the Quran, actually, not only once. So Allah, He not only He brought a clay, He have to make a clay. Chapter 6, verse number 2. Chapter 7, verse number 12. Chapter 32, the 23, verse number 12. Chapter 32, verse number 7. Chapter 37, verse number 11. All of it is speaking about how Allah created Adam. So Allah, He created Adam by mixing a clay. So this is step number one. We made a clay. And how we make a clay? We bring dirt, water, and we mix them together. Very simple. And then after He created, he made the clay mixed together. Now the clay became nice, fun to play with and to do shape. So He fashioned Adam, and He fashioned him in the shape we know. According to your prophet, he was 60 meters tall, which is very short compared to me. So Allah, He fashioned the clay now. Still Adam is not there. Adam is just a clay now. And then Allah, after He fashioned Adam, He breathed into Adam. And then when Allah, He breathed into Adam, was Adam done right away, or took a lot of time?
No, I don't know the process.
The process, we have an answer for it. The Quran says, وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ عَجُولًا. The human was ever hasty. You open the interpretation, you will see that Adam, he asked Allah to finish him before the sun set. Adam was afraid that Allah is so slow and he cannot finish him before the sun set. So he asked Allah, and this is what the Prophet says, chapter 17, verse number 11. You can open right now, Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain, whatever you want. So Adam, he asked Allah to finish him before the sun set. That's mean the statement of Allah, He said to Adam, be and he was, is a fraud. Because as you see, even Adam is worried. about, hey Allah, finish me before the sunset, man. Look like Allah will go blind when the sun set. And I find it very funny, Muhammad saying that, because how even Adam, he knew the sun set if he is not done yet. I mean, he did not see any sun yet, yeah, you know. I mean, the guy is just in the process of a creation. What?
I don't know. It's your translation.
This is not my translation. I'm showing you Muslim translation.
Muslim.
What's wrong with you? I'm showing it in the screen, and you keep saying to me, this is your translation. This is your understanding. This is your understanding. This is your translation, not mine.
No.
When I say Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, this is your understanding, not mine. When I say the translation in the screen, this is your translation, not mine. When I say your prophet said, this is your prophet said, not mine. Here we go. It says here, وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ عَجُولًا. This is Ibn Kathir. It says here, Salman al-Farisi, he mentioned from Ibn Abbas, from the story of Adam. When he wanted to get up, before his soul reached his feet, when his soul was breathed into him, it entered his body, from his head downward, and when it reached his brain, he sneezed, Hachoo! Which is very normal, by the way. I always, like, the soul came to my head, I breathe. And said, Alhamdulillah, here we go. Adam, he speak Arabic. The first thing he said, Alhamdulillah, in Arabic. And then, praise be to Allah. And Allah said to him, may your Lord have mercy on you, Adam. They are talking already. The guy is not even finished. When it reached his eyes, he opened them, blink, blink, blink. And when it reached his body, and his limb he started staring at them. Like Adam is looking like, what is that? This is a foot? This is a hand? Wow. He wanted to get up before it is reached his feet. But he could not. So he said, oh Allah, make it happen before the night comes.
Okay, I understand your point. Can we go to the Bible now?
So now, okay, so are you saying to me you give up that every verse you gave me from the Quran it turned to be stupid?
No, it's not every verse.
So why you are trying to change topic?
You cannot, because you are picking and choosing in the Quran.
I am not. It's you who choose the topic. It's you who choose the verses. It's you who mention them. It's me who answer you.
Go to the Bible now.
My friend, all the verses we put in the screen, it was your choice. You forgot? Isn't it me who said to you? Is it me who said to you? Give me a chapter in the Quran, and I challenge you to show me one chapter is not stupid. And then you are the one who chose for me the chapter, correct?
Yes.
And you are the one who mentioned to me that Allah, he created Adam by saying this be, and he was, correct?
Good.
Okay, and now you are trying to escape it. Why?
Obviously, you don't know the translation, how we Muslim understand it.
You Muslim, you don't understand anything. Here we go. Each time I show you translation, you say to me you don't understand translation. This is your translation. And this is your understanding. Ibn Kathir is not my understanding. Is Ibn Kathir a Christian?
No, of course.
Okay, so why you are saying to me this is your translation, this is your understanding?
That's why I told you that's Ibn Kathir understanding, and I didn't read it too much. So maybe you make a point. I will.
I don't understand.
Take a look on it.
I don't understand what you're saying. What you are saying? Go ahead. Say again.
I said about the sun. You make a good point. If you said Zakir Nike said it like this, you make a good point.
I can find the video play for you if you want.
I'm gonna try to find it.
Not only him, every single Muslim in YouTube, they say the same.
I'm looking for the truth. I'm not here like
no problem. No problem. Okay. So you are saying to me, if the sun set in a muddy water and they are saying that, they are lying then. So what is your saying?
That's why I thought I will make research to see about it, but I don't agree. It doesn't make sense.
Well, the whole Quran doesn't make. Okay, you know what? Hold on. You are a person who like stories make sense, correct? Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so if something doesn't make if something doesn't make sense, you don't accept it.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Even that's why I'm looking for the truth.
Okay,
yes.
So okay, as long as you accept stories which make sense, can you give me a story in the Quran make sense? Any story. You have 114 chapter. You have 114 chapter. I challenge you to give me one story in the Quran makes sense.
Every story in the Quran makes sense.
Okay, choose one.
No, just choose one and tell me.
No, you choose one. If I choose one, you will say, you are the one who said to me you are picking up cherries. You forgot? This is why I'm challenging you. This is what I did before 5 minutes ago. I said to you, give me one chapter in the Quran. It's not stupid. You gave me one. We prove it to be stupid. And now you're trying to change topic. No. So now I'm saying to you, give me one story in the Quran makes sense. You are the one who accept only what makes sense. That's wonderful. Give me a story in the Quran makes sense. Go ahead.
No, for me, all the story in the Quran makes sense.
Okay, give me one.
But if you doesn't,
okay, I will tell you a story. Okay, as long as you are refusing, I will give you a story, but this is personal. I hope you will not make fun of me. I have my grandfather. He passed away, and he was holding a stick. And my grandmother, she come to his room. She did not notice that he is dead because he was holding a stick. Second day, she come to the room. She thought still alive because he was holding a stick standing. And she kept coming every day, and nobody noticed that he is not dead because he was holding a stick. And this is a true story. What do you think about my story?
But he was dead since when?
What?
He was dead since when?
He died, like, you know, it took them more than a year to find out that he is dead. But please don't make fun because this is my grandfather, you know, respect, show respect. So my grandmother, he died standing. He have a heart attack. So he died standing, like, you know, he died, but he was holding a stick when he was standing. And nobody in the family noticed that he's dead because each time they enter, he was standing in front of the mirror and he's holding a stick. And they talk to him, you know, he don't answer, but he's standing, so nobody noticed he is dead. And it took them more than a year. And then the termite, they ate his stick, and then he fell down, and then they find out that he's dead.
Was he alone?
Huh?
Was he alone at the house?
No, I have he's my grandfather. We have my grandfather is alive, and my mother, even me, I go there, I ask him for candies, he don't answer me. So what do you think?
They were living together?
Yeah, I was a kid at that time. We say, hey, grandpa, you know, I shake his hand. I say to him, can you give me, you know, candies? He don't answer. But then after a year, the termite, the ants, they ate his stick and he fell down. And then we noticed in the family, sadly, that the grandfather, our grandpa, he died a year ago.
I don't know what is strange.
Why is strange? Are you making fun of me now? When I hurt my feelings?
I don't know the true story.
Why? Okay, why you are saying to me it's strange? What do you mean?
If they live together, I don't know. If he was alone, it can be. But
so if my grandfather is alone, if my grandfather was alone, standing, holding a stick, it's normal to be standing alone for a year, even after he died?
Does he have power or something?
He have what?
Does he have a power or something? Is he a prophet or something?
Oh yeah, he's a prophet. You know, you think prophet they can die standing?
It's possible because
why? I thought prophet in Islam are a human.
No, they are human.
Okay. Can your prophet Muhammad die standing for a year? According to Muslims, Muhammad, when he died, he stink in less than 3 days. I can show the reference. He stink literally. So the guy is dead holding a stick. Isn't he going to decay when he's standing?
Yeah, normally. But with God, you can expect everything.
But remember, you are the one who said to me you believe only in stories make sense.
Yes.
Okay, what is make sense in this story for you?
It doesn't make sense, but
you are the one who said to me, I accept only stories make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but it depends who is it.
So if the story doesn't make sense and it is about Islam, we take it. If the story about me doesn't make sense, we laugh at you, right?
It's like Jesus.
What about Jesus? Tell me about Jesus. What happened?
Mary have had Jesus.
Yeah.
Without husband, right?
Okay, that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Why? Why? Tell me why.
We are not talking about God or something. If
no. Tell me why it doesn't make sense. Explain to me why Jesus' story doesn't make sense.
I want you say okay. Christian friends. My sister have a son yesterday, and she didn't see.
What about it? What is the reason it doesn't make sense? What make it doesn't make sense?
Because it's impossible for.
Thank you very much. Okay, but hold on. Okay, let me ask you, what is the purpose in the Quran to say that Jesus have no father? What was the purpose of it?
Because he has no father.
Yeah, I mean, because you see, when we talk about sense, the sense is about understanding the reasoning, correct? If the reasoning is not acceptable, that story doesn't make sense, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the sense of Jesus having no father? What is the purpose in Islam? What that prove?
The problem that Allah can do everything.
Well, I just showed you Allah cannot have a son without having a girlfriend.
Nah, that's your understanding.
You see, you keep saying to me, "This is my understanding," but this is what the Quran is saying. Did you try to open the Quran and read?
That was the answer for you Christians.
No problem. Are you saying to me that Allah gave me an answer what does not make sense?
What? I don't understand the question.
Yeah, because you know, you are the one who said that Allah want to show what He can do, a miracle. So Allah, the one who do miracle there, He can do miracle here. So now the answer doesn't make sense because He did not convince me that He need to have a wife in order to have a son. For already supposedly He made Mary have a son without having a man. So if He can do it to Mary, can't He do it to Himself?
I told you the Quran had already speak about Jesus. He's a miracle. He's a Kalimatullah.
It's a miracle. Okay, hold on. You said Jesus is Kalimatullah. What does that mean?
Kalima is mean words.
Okay. Well, Jesus, guys, is the word of Allah. Is the word of Allah is holy?
Yeah, first.
Is Muhammad the word of Allah? Is Muhammad the word of Allah?
He's just a prophet.
This is not a question. Is he the word of Allah? Either you say yes or no.
No, I didn't see.
Okay, so now a Muslim saying to us that the Messiah is the word of Allah and the word of Allah is holy and Muhammad is not the word of Allah. So now we understand why chapter 19 verse 19 says that a gift of a holy son. So he's not only a gift, not only a miracle, he is a holy, and now we discover that he is the word of Allah. Let me ask you, the word of Allah came from where?
From Allah?
Yeah, from where? Where is Allah?
From Allah, I mean.
Okay, but where is Allah?
Allah is everywhere.
What everywhere?
I think so.
I thought He's in heaven.
He's everywhere. He can be in the heaven. He can be everywhere.
Okay, but isn't it the Quran says that He is in the top of the throne? Are you fabricating your religion now?
Yes, He can be. Yeah.
No, it doesn't say He can be everywhere. It says literally He is in the top of the throne.
And He said also He is closer to you than your, I don't know how I call it in English.
That's false, because Allah, He have to come down every day at the third part of the night. So if He's closer to me, to my breath or whatever, then He do not need to come down. Do Allah come down every day in the third part of the night? Yes.
He can be everywhere.
No, Allah come down every third part of the night. I can play for you right now, Ali Dawa. I can play for you Mimi Hijab. I can play for you all Muslim who claim to have knowledge, saying that Allah come down every night at the third part of the night.
Yeah, I know this story.
Okay,
yeah.
So don't tell me He is everywhere. Now let us go back to the topic. So Allah, He is capable of making miracles, but obviously in His case He cannot have a son, and Allah, He need a wife, He need a woman. The Messiah in the same time You mentioned that he is the word of Allah, and the word of Allah is coming from what? From the mouth of Allah, correct?
Possibly.
All right. So where was the Messiah before he come to the earth? He was inside Allah.
No, I don't know that.
What do you mean? A second ago you said to me possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
So Allah, are you talking to me? Allah, he speak from his nose?
I can
Allah, he speak
from that.
Okay, do Allah speak from his nose?
I don't know. ليس كمثله شيء.
Well, it doesn't matter. There's nothing like Jesus too. You know, there's nothing like Jesus. If there's anyone like if there's anyone like Jesus?
I don't think so.
Okay, you see, you just proved to me that Islam is false. You are the one who said to me, gave me a verse saying that Allah, he said in the Quran, the similarity of Jesus is the same as Adam. He said to him, be, and he was. And now I ask you, if there is anyone like Jesus, you said, no, we know.
He's talking about the creation.
Doesn't matter. There's no one like Jesus, and there's no one like Adam. So this is a stupid logic to say to me. And this is the phrase Allah, Muhammad, he took it from the Bible. Nothing like God. But that does not mean anything. Nothing like God with his power, his ability, his miracle. But when it's come to other things, yes, all of us, we are like God. I will tell you how. As an example, God he love, I love. God get angry, I get angry. God forgive, I forgive. God punish, I can punish. God kill, I can kill. So we share many things. We share many things. Listen, we share many things with God. But now listen carefully. Now you are the one who said that the Messiah is the word of Allah. Muhammad is not the word of Allah. Correct?
No, it seemed like that.
Okay. The Messiah, he said, I am from above. You are from below. This is in John chapter 8, verse number 23. I am from above. You are from below. Jesus is coming from heaven. And now you Muslims saying that the Messiah is the word of Allah. Is it true that this word of Allah is a proceeding from Allah?
But it's possible.
But no, you say yes or no?
No, it's possible.
There's no either yes or no.
It's his word. It's possible.
Okay, let us continue. Is the word of Allah, Aka Isa, is the spirit from Allah which proceeding from Allah?
What? Can you repeat?
Is the spirit of Isa, is Isa a word or he is a spirit or he is a man?
He's a word.
Okay, the Quran chapter 4 verse number 171 says that he is a man, he is a word, and he is a spirit. And you Muslim, you say three cannot be one. So how Jesus become a three and one in the same time? This is in the Quran chapter 4 verse 171.
Look, the word can mean soul, his soul.
This is another question. Like don't change the topic. Don't change the topic. Don't go around the bushes.
You know,
okay, so is the Messiah, you see, a second ago I said to you, is he a word or a spirit or a man? You said to me a word.
He can be both.
Okay, but now a second ago you said no.
No, I do not understand maybe my answer.
Okay, no problem. So now he can be both. Okay, he can be the word.
Listen. Spirit.
Okay, hold on. So he can be the word. He can be the man. He can be the spirit at the same time. Correct?
Possible.
Okay, so why you Muslim, you say how you believe in the Trinity. Here we go. You have your own Trinity. The Messiah himself as a person is a three-in-one. He is the word before he became a man. He was a word. The word is a man, yet he is a word. Which means the nature of the word did not change because the word of Allah is holy. And you agreed, correct? You said the word of Allah is holy.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, the word of Allah, which is holy, become a man. So now we have a holy word, holy man. And this word, which is holy, and the man, which is holy, is a spirit. And that is spirit proceeding from Allah. So the spirit of Jesus is the spirit of Allah, according to the Quran, correct?
The spirit of Jesus come from Allah, yes.
No, not come. It is the spirit of Allah. It says proceeding from him. وَرُوحٌ مِّنْهُ.
Yeah, it's from him.
Okay, so look what happened now. We have Jesus the word, and this is Muhammad is taken from John chapter 1, verse number 1. In the beginning it was the Word, and the Word was with God. And then the Word, verse number 14, the Word became a flesh. That's what Muhammad is quoting. And then the Spirit is the Holy Spirit. So 3 and 1 in the same time. But the Muslim, they give us headache every day. Says, how in the world you can believe in such a crazy thing? How in the world you can say 3 and 1? How that doesn't make sense? But now suddenly it makes sense. Jesus is the Word, Jesus is the man, and Jesus is the Spirit of who? Of God. The Word of God, the Spirit of God, and the man of God. So the Spirit of God inside the man is God inside the flesh. The Word of God inside the man, actually the Word become a man. That is the power of God, which is manifest in Jesus. The Bible says, so God, he humbled himself. So he took the image of a human being, a humble human being. So you Muslims, you stole verses from the Bible, you put it in your Quran, and now Muhammad got busted.
So if I understand, you mean because he's God word, he's God also.
Well, you are the one who said that God's word is holy, correct?
Yes.
Okay, is God's word is eternal?
I think so.
Okay.
Possible.
Well, you just said that Jesus is eternal.
What? I didn't understand.
You just agreed that Jesus is eternal.
Yeah, we Muslims believe that.
Okay, so Jesus is eternal. Muhammad is not. Muhammad is dead. Jesus is eternal. Jesus is the word of God. I ask you, is Muhammad the word of God? You said no. Is Muhammad the Spirit of Allah? No. Jesus only is the word of Allah. Jesus only is the Spirit of Allah. And Jesus only is eternal, because the word of Allah is eternal. You agreed in all those things.
Yeah, I agree he's eternal.
Okay, now let us prove. Okay. Okay, thank you for agreeing. Now we can prove that Jesus is the God, not Allah. Why? Because the Messiah cannot be Allah for a very simple reason. Allah is a stupid God. The Messiah is an extremely, we can't even imagine how wise he is. Allah, he says stupid things, as you see the Quran says the sun set in murky water, and you Muslims struggle to find the stupidity, how we can fight it, how we can delete it, how we can give it different interpretation. So what do? You go around the bushes and you put some candles and etc. just to make the image look nicer. Put the candle of Ramadan, put some dish of food, and a woman wearing hijab, and Islam look beautiful now. But the reality is Islam is stupid from the beginning to the end. So Jesus is the wise, Allah is the fool. Do you agree with me that God cannot be fooled? Cannot be fooled.
Fooled?
Yeah. No? Can I fool Allah?
No.
Okay. I'm going to hang up on you, and I will call you after like few seconds. Is that okay? Because I want to play a video for you. I want you to hear the Sheikh saying that you can deceive Allah. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Just give me a minute to play it, and I will call you back. All right. Can we deceive Allah? The answer yes.
Later, let's talk about no. This is what we're talking about. If they're willing, alhamdulillah, we will prove that it's not 3 in 1. It's only one. La ilaha illahu. If they don't, I don't need to talk to them.
I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. The cross before